In Chapter 24 of Ruleset 776, our forces are divided into 3 parts, one to handle each wing of the castle. In the base game, it is difficult to control your unit deployment, so I just enter the map without thinking too hard. Each of the 3 parts of this map have different objectives to meet. The left wing of the castle has several civilians to rescue and many enemy sorcerers who will actively avoid you to prioritize grabbing children. The right wing of the castle has many status staff users that can cause you significant problems if you do not neutralize them. And finally, the center wing of the map features the strongest enemies and is a direct route to the boss and the throne. I open the map by using the silence staff to immediately neutralize the most threatening enemy staff users, namely the berserk, sleep, and restore staff user. On the right side, I handle enemy sorcerers with Owen, who casually slays enemies without risk by using Vantage and Dire Thunder. On the left side, I have my units hunt the enemy sorcerers, whose stats become halved because of their child-grabbing habits, allowing me to kill them easily. Rescuing the children is necessary to access Chapter 24X, which is an extremely dangerous chapter that most people skip, which is why I'm going to play it. I currently only have 17 units, so assuming that I don't suffer any losses, I'll be able to re-recruit Avo to get a total of 18, which will allow me to get a full deployment on the final map. Once the left and right sides have stabilized, I open the door in the center to confront Raedric. Immediately, Galzus and a squad of powerful enemies moves towards me. Galzus is a formidable and extremely lethal foe, with his skills Ludo and Astra allowing him to have a chance at killing anyone he fights. If Marita were still alive, I could recruit him and have an excellent character for the final chapter, but sadly, Marita is dead. Instead, Ced and Galzus will have a rematch for their battle in Chapter 6, which ended inconclusively. The battle begins when Ced uses a sleep staff on Galzus and ends immediately afterwards, putting him to sleep and neutralizing him without any possible counterplay. I clear the rest of his squad with Lara equipped with a flame sword and have Ced execute a sleeping and helpless Galzus with Corsetti. I finish escorting the children on the left to the top chamber and manage to claim the Kaya staff, which can cure petrification and curiously has 5 uses even though you only need 1 use to depetrify Avo. I approach Raedric, who is armed with a Loptian Fang, an enchanted weapon that grants him a truckload of magic and halves all damage dealt to him, making him more or less invulnerable to normal attacks. You are supposed to use a Braggy's blade that you get in the previous chapter against him because it does effective damage and ignores his damage reduction, but there are other alternatives. I instead have my level 80 tier 4 promoter Lara attack, and through multiple Luna activations, she is able to penetrate his defenses and secure the kill. With the Kaya staff in hand and Sarah recruited, I have Leaf Seeds and proceed to enter Guidance Chapter 24X, which is possibly one of the most dangerous maps in the game.